My name is Rychen Jones, and when I first became familiar with leading saints, I was just barely called as an elders quorum president. I was living in Salem, Oregon. The first words out of my mouth when my stake president called me to be an elders quorum president were, wow. Not what I had seen coming. And that first week or two, I was scrambling for ideas. I had to call counselors, and we had to do bishopric that I had put in place, and so they were trying to figure out what they were doing, and so I was kind of on my own for a couple of weeks trying to get us up and running. I just started Googling elders quorum president stuff, and at that time, leading LDS, now leading saints, was the first link that popped up. So I started reading content as much as I could, and I came across the 7 Unbreakable Rules of a Meeting. I started reading that, and that really resonated, and I thought that's what I'm going to implement. That became sort of the basis for our presidency meetings, how we ran our presidency meetings. And I have to say that was a blessing for me. It kept us organized. It kept us from spending 3 hours away from our families on a Tuesday night trying to have a presidency meeting, hitting our heads against the wall about what to do for home teaching routes for 2.5 hours. And so it really was a blessing. There were a number of other articles. There were articles I would send our instructors to for the second and third Sunday lessons from the Teaching of the Prophets book. About 2 years later, we felt like we were nailing the short meeting idea, almost to the point of not meeting enough. And at that point, there was a post, and I don't remember exactly what the post was called. It was something effective, things I wish I had known as an elders quorum president. And there was a brother on there who had talked about the importance of having meetings because it allowed the Spirit to work when the presidency was together. And we had kind of come from a place of trying to be efficient with our meetings to a place where, hey, we didn't feel like we needed to meet very often, so we weren't meeting very often. Things were running well. We didn't really have any big problems going on. But listening to that post and taking some of the ideas from that post really made me realize that we were probably missing some of the things that the Spirit was trying to teach us as a presidency because we just weren't together enough. The thing I love about leading saints is that it's almost like Kurt's leading the content, but then it's like the leadership, the principles, the ideas get crowdsourced, which I love. It's getting crowdsourced from all over the world. Ideas that are working, things that are not working, and so it's all kind of in one place. It's being curated in one place for these ideas to grow and for us to learn outside of maybe our awards or our stakes. And it's really just been a blessing in my leadership colleagues over the last few years.